साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे। वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं। वैदेही रामं वैकुण्ठधामं। भूपालचूडामणि भूपालचूडामणि। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। आत्माभिरामं प्रभु साई राम। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं भजे। सत्य साई 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 राम चरणं भजे। श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं श्री राम चरणं भजे।
सत्य साई शिवा शंभो शंकरा। 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 नीलकंठ साई तेजोमय रूपा। नीलकंठ साई तेजोमय रूपा। नीलकंठ साई तेजोमय रूपा। सद्गुरु सत्य साई शिवा शंभो शंकरा। जय साई रामा जय रघुरामा। 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 जय साई राम जय रघुरामा।
साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम। 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 तुम बिन कोई नहीं रखवाले, 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 तुम बिन प्रेम आपत सारे, तुम बिन कोई नहीं आपत सहारे, तुम बिन कोई नहीं आपत सहारे, तुम बिन कोई नहीं आपत सहारे, तुम बिन प्रेम कोई नहीं देने वाले, तुम बिन घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा।
शिव 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 शिवाय नमः। 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय नमः। शिव 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 शिवाय नमः। शिव 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 शिवाय नमः। हर 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 हराय नमः। हर 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 हराय नमः। हर 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 हराय नमः। हर हर हराय
कृष्ण मुकुंदा गोविंद गिरिधरा। कृष्ण मुकुंदा गोविंद गिरिधरा। मुरली मोहन नारायण। ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮುರಾರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮುಕುಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗಿರಿಧರ ಮುರಳಿ ಮೋಹನ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ಮಾಧವ ಶ್ರೀ ಹರಿ ಮಂದರ ಗಿರಿಧಾರಿ
ಮಾಧವ ಶ್ರೀ ಹರಿ ಮಂದರ ಗಿರಿಧಾರಿ
ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮುರಹರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮುರಹರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ
ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿ ಪುರಂದರ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮುಕುಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗಿರಿಧರ
ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪತಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಪತಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಪತಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಪತಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಶಿರಡಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಶಿರಡಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ ಶಿರಡಿವಾಸ ಜಗದೀಶ್ವರ भक्तिवासा जगदीश्वरा भक्तिवासा जगदीश्वरा शिव शंभो नारायणा शिव शंभो नारायणा शिरडीवासा जगदीश्वरा शिरडीवासा जगदीश्वरा शिरडीवासा जगदीश्वरा शिरडीवासा जगदीश्वरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा सत्य साई शिव शंकरा शिव शंभो नारायणा
सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो प्रेम भक्ति से भजन सुनाओ 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 सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो साईनाथ के चरणों में आओ 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 मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ जीवन नैया पार लगाओ जीवन नैया पार लगाओ सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो प्रेम भक्ति से भजन सुनाओ सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गावो साईनाथ के चरणों में आओ मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ जीवन
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी मुकुंद माधव मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी मुकुंद माधव मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी हरि मुकुंद माधव मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी मुकुंद माधव मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गोपी पूजित मानस चोरा पीतांबर धारी मानस चोरा गोपी पूजित मानस चोरा पीतांबर धारी गोपी पूजित मानस चोरा पीतांबर धारी हरि मुकुंद माधव मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी मुरली मनोहर गोवर्धन गिरिधारी गीता बोधक साई सुंदर गीता बोधक साई सुंदर वंदित हृदय विहारी वंदित हृदय विहारी जय वंदित हृदय विहारी ವಿಹಾರಿ ವಂದಿತ ಹೃದಯ ವಿಹಾರಿ ಜಯ ವಂದಿತ ಹೃದಯ ವಿಹಾರಿ ಮುಕುಂದ ಮಾಧವ ಮುರಳಿ ಮನೋಹರ ಗೋವರ್ಧನ ಗಿರಿಧಾರಿ
कल्याणाद्भुतगात्राय कामितार्थप्रदायिने श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश श्रितजनपरिपाला साईशा श्रितजनपरिपाला साईशा श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश तिरुमलगिरिवास गोविन्द तिरुमलगिरिवास गोविन्द गरुडवाहन गोविन्द गोविन्द गरुडवाहन गोविन्द 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 श्रीनिवास गोविन्द 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 शिरडिनिवास गोविन्द 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 पर्तिनिवास गोविन्द 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 पर्तिनिवास गोविन्द श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश श्रितजनपरिपाला साईशा श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश तिरुमलगिरिवास गोविन्द गरुडवाहन गोविन्द 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 श्रीनिवास गोविन्द 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 शिरडिनिवास गोविन्द 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 पर्तिनिवास गोविन्द 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 पर्तिनिवास गोविन्द श्रीनिवास वेङ्कटेश
Om Shri Sai Ram, offering our collective pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Sai Ram and good evening to all. Over the past few days, Sathya Sai Grama has come alive with the arrival of students from every campus of the Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Gurukulam family. From each campus, we have gathered here as one family with enthusiasm and talent. Though we may have traveled from different places, we now stand united with a single purpose, preparing to offer our very best at the lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru. What we witness today is the fruition of a journey that began with just 2 campuses initiated by Sri Madayal Narayan Bhatt and has now blossomed into 26 campuses across 3 states. Thousands of young boys and girls are receiving completely free, values-based education alongside nurturing their talent in music, sports, yoga, fine arts, theatre, leadership, technology, community service, and vocational skills. Yet, the true strength of the Gurukulam lies beyond the classroom. Living together as one family in the hostel, students learn directly from their teachers who serve not merely as educators, but as mentors and role models. They grow up alongside children from diverse social, economic, linguistic, and cultural backgrounds, learning empathy, mutual respect, teamwork, discipline, and sensitivity towards others. It is this immersive community life that shapes them into compassionate, confident, and socially responsible individuals, prepared not just for successful careers, but for meaningful lives of service. This evening, we have Sister Anjana P.H., who is studying her grade 9 at the Sri Sathya Sai Meenakshi Niketanam Dindigul campus. She hails from Thrissur, Kerala, and joined the campus in grade 8. Her father is an electrician and her mother is a homemaker. Anjana is a talented dancer, performs well in academics, and has keen interest in painting and involves enthusiastically in the activities of the campus. Sister Anjana, please.
Om Shri Sai Ram, I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Bhagwan and Sadguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. First of all, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Swami for giving me an opportunity to study in this sacred institution and for the rare privilege of speaking in front of you today. When I first joined this institution for my 8th grade, it was not easy for me to adjust to the new environment. The language, food, clothing, and even the daily routine were very different from what I was used with. At times, I found it very difficult to adapt. However, everything changed when I had my first darshan of Swami. The moment I saw him, tears filled in my eyes. It was a feeling that I cannot fully describe, as though I had found something precious that I had been missing in my life. During that visit, I was blessed with an opportunity to perform dance in front of Swami. After the performance, he lovingly called us Little Meenakshis. Those affectionate words touched my heart deeply. In that moment, I experienced his boundless love, which gave me strength and joy to continue my journey here. Before joining this institution, I thought that success meant competing with others and achieving name, fame, and position. But here, I learned a different meaning of success. We do not focus on competition. We focus only on perfection. As the Bhagavad Gita says, Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Excellence in action is yoga. We are taught to do our best and offer it to God. My life in hostel taught me many valuable lessons. I learned to respect elders, control my emotions, and live selflessly. Here, I understood that the true success is not measured by what we gain, but by what we give. I always wished to celebrate Onam with my family. It was my first year I was celebrating Onam away from my family. But during Swami's 100th birthday celebration, he gave me an opportunity to celebrate Onam with my large family here. It was a joyful experience that made me feel truly at home. I always believe that Swami is constantly watching over us. Once, during a phone call, I came to know that my mother was suffering from severe back pain. I felt helpless and tired that I could not be with her. The very next day, during Satsang, Swami said, God will always take care of the family of those who are serving Him in everyone. These words gave me great comfort and strength. I stopped worrying and focused on only becoming the best instrument of Swami in his mission. Now, I would like to quote one of my favorite Subhashita that greatly inspired me. Paropakaraya bhalandi vrikshaha, paropakaraya vahandi nadyaha, paropakaraya duhandi gavaha, paropakararthamidam shariram. Its meaning is that the trees bear fruits for others, the river flows for others, the cow gives milk for others. Likewise, the true purpose of human body is to serve others. Inspired by this teaching, I started using my time and energy in small acts of seva. I began helping my younger sisters, combing their hair, grooming themselves, and supporting them in their studies. Though these were small acts of seva, they brought me immense joy and motivated me to help more people. Swami, I have seen my younger sisters of Kerala suffering without proper education and moral values. I request you to start one institution in Kerala, and I assure you that when I grow up and complete my education, I will serve in that institution and make you feel proud. I thank you, Swami, for being the reason of my transformation from a mere student to a Sai student. I pray that I should be always with Swami, serving many people as part of this One World, One Family mission. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
May we now request Dr. B.N. Narasimhamurthy sir to address us all.
With pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Swami, brothers and sisters, very dear students, boys and girls. Hearty congratulations to Anjana for her very sincere talk, and more importantly for coming forward to lead an institution in Kerala. If Swami starts an institution, and Swami already assured her that we are going to start an institution in Kerala. She pointed out a very important aspect of our educational philosophy and educational system. The philosophy of complete education promoted by Sadguru gives us many things: good intellectual growth, emotional balance, and spiritual development. But the most important gift for any human being, especially when he's growing up as a young man or a young woman, is the art of connecting with God. That's what changed her life. She said that first time when I had the darshan of Sadguru, I was in tears. See, that is how you connect with God. Connect with God with the tears, not with words, not with the chanting of shlokas. That is what Meera said, Asu vanu jalu siichu siichu, premu beli boyi, abuto beli failu gayi, ananda pala hoyi. I brought up the tender creeper of love for you in my heart with my tears of sadness, tears of sorrow, tears of pangs of separation. And you saw that the creeper grew, and finally now it is yielding the fruits of bliss. It is God and God alone who will transform your tears of sorrow into tears of joy if you trust Him. Therefore, connecting with God is the most important part of education. And if a human being does not connect with God, his life is a waste. Because the one and the only purpose that we get human birth and not birth as any other creature, lakhs of creatures, lakhs of species. In fact, Indian tradition says 84 lakhs of species of creatures are there. And we didn't actually choose to become human beings. It is God who chose that here is a being who deserves to be a human being and deserves to find me, deserves to realize me. Therefore, every one of our students, it is absolutely evident, and especially on the sports ground, tomorrow we are all looking forward to that wonderful day, tomorrow morning and evening. And when we see the students performing very daring acts of adventure sports, yesterday when Swami went to see, very, very dangerous actually. It looks, you see, for us who watch, if you know the real intricacy of that adventure sport, really your heart will start palpitating actually. Whether it is lion dance or the celestial rhythms which we saw, or the motorcycles. But here, all of you, all the students, all the boys and girls, even the dancers for that matter, you are doing it for love for Swami. See, that is why you are fearless, absolutely fearless, and you have only one motivation. The motivation is to just bring a smile on Swami's face and nothing else. That is the difference between Sai students and any other students elsewhere. Whatever they do it for Sadguru. Here I would like to bring to your attention the experience of a very great sportsman, living sportsman who is around 54, 55 now, of USA, who won 11 times the world championship for ocean surfing. Many of you would know what is ocean surfing, otherwise you can find out. 11 times he won world championship. And when he retired, when he was 39 years old, in 2011, he won his 11th championship. The first championship he won in 1992 when he was only 20 years old. And in his 39th year in 2011, he won his 11th championship. When he finally said, I am retiring. And the journalists interviewed him and asked him, you have won 11 titles, world championship titles. Which has given you the greatest satisfaction? He didn't think twice. He said, my 7th title. Why do you say so? He said, that helped me to connect with God. That changed my life. I found fulfillment in life. Can you please explain it? He explained it. 7th time when he was competing, 6 times he had won the world championship. And generally in surfing or many other competitions like javelin throw and all, they give you 3 chances, 3 attempts. Your best will count. They don't take the average also. Your best will count. And in his first effort, first attempt, he miserably failed. He was the 6-time champion, and everybody expected him to do the best, but he did his worst. And was so very depressed, and he, of course, had 2 more chances. He sat on the chair and put his hands on his face and had put his head down. Then one of his friends came to him, tapped on his back and told him, "Why are you worried? See, I'm not going to win the championship. God has already given you 6 times championship. You are a 6-time world champion, which not anyone has done. Be grateful to God," he said. See, that one simple sentence, it changed his whole life. He immediately decided, now I am not going to serve for the championship, for winning the prize. I will serve for God. That moment, his life was transformed, and second attempt, he did his best and again won the world championship. That is the 7th time. Therefore, that's what he remembers. Therefore, the secret of a successful life is in your connection with God and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Your intelligence will not count. All your abilities will not count. When you're connected with God, your life finds complete success and total fulfillment. Because it is God who said this. He said this because many human beings are born and die without thinking of God. I tell you, that is the greatest tragedy of human life. Nothing can be worse than that. God said this in the Bhagavad Gita. Apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhak sadurevasa mantavyaha samyag vyavasito hi saha kipram bhavati dharmatma shashvashantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. See, he has given that assurance. Just think of this. Even if you are the worst of the human beings, apichet suduracharo. See, many people think, I don't want to go to temple, I don't want to meet saintly people, I don't want to meet gurus, because I am a sinner. I have committed so many things wrong in my life. Human beings, yes, we do commit mistakes, we do commit sins. But what Krishna says is, even if you are the worst sinner, you take to my name, immediately I will consider you as a sadhu. Samveg vyavasito hi saha. You have made the right resolve. Therefore, I immediately consider you as a good person, sadhu. And then, when you take to the name of God, when you take to that deep devotion to God, you cannot remain bad. Kipram bhavati dharmatma. Soon you will become a very good person. Tread the path of dharma. And you attain eternal peace. And then gave the ultimate assurance, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Kaunteya, son of Kunti, this is my pledge, he said. Pratijanihi, I am taking a pledge. Name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. That's what he said. On another occasion, when Arjuna expresses his doubt, suppose a person is on the good path, the path of yoga or path of goodness, and for some reason he does not attain the goal of his life in that life, will he not perish like a rent cloud, he says. A single cloud is blown about here and there by the winds. Will he not die? Will he not perish like that? Then he says, this is the assurance given. See, this is the bedrock of a successful life. This is the bedrock of a good life. This is the bedrock of a life of fulfillment. Partha naiveha namutra vinashas tasya vidyate nahi kalyana krut kaschid durgatim tata gacchati. He tells Arjuna, see, don't worry about this. If you are on the path of goodness, if you are on the path of God, either in this life or next life, either in this world or any other world, vinashaha tasya na vidyate. There is no destruction for him. And a doer of good will never come to grief. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschid durgatim tata gacchati. Therefore, even if you don't learn anything in this educational system, you will definitely learn, because all our students, whatever kind of students we select for the 6th class, this year in the NIOS board examinations, both 10th and 12th, we have got 100% results, 100% first class and distinction. That goes without saying, because the system of education is such that you don't have any distractions. When a child travels for, say, an hour or two on the road in a public bus to go to school and returns another 1 or 2 hours, how much distraction is there? Really, I really sympathize with that children. I feel great compassion for such children. See, after all, it is a child. What kind of influences that girl or boy observes in the bus, around the bus, through the window of the bus, then goes to school. But here, nothing is there. That is the secret. You will get everything, but choose this. Connect with God. Connect with God in the heart. Trust Him. And it's your great good fortune that today God is walking the earth in the form of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Have absolutely no doubt about it. Have absolutely no doubt about it. Then you may get a question. See, he is also like us. He looks like us. He eats like us. He talks like us. He also many times expresses certain doubts, things like that. Then you have to study the lives of great divine personalities. Every one of them was like that. For example, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was there. Somebody told him, one of his assistants was there, Hruday Babu. And somebody told Hruday Babu, why are you serving your uncle? Actually, this fellow was a nephew. He is a mad person. And that fellow promptly came and told Ramakrishna, they say that you are mad. And then Ramakrishna went to mother. Mother, people are calling me mad. Am I really mad? All divine personalities are like this. Rama was like that. Krishna, you have to study their lives. Then you understand, as Baba explained about himself, even Baba was like that. He explained it, that when God comes down to earth as a human being, he works at 2 levels. One is the divine level, other is the human level. Jiva Prajna and Daiva Prajna. When Jiva Prajna is there, all this automatically will happen. Therefore, then why do you say that Sadguru is God? Nothing else, only one test. His selflessness, that is all. God is selfless, and when somebody is not divine, he is not. He cannot be selfless. Selfless, and how much of work is happening through Sadguru. This morning he was talking to us in Premamrutham. It was a wonderful, very revealing talk. Of course, now the time is not there. He explained his heart's, or what happens inside him. He explained what happens inside him. And he said, see, Baba never explained anything. He will only command. But at my level, I have to explain everything. And he explained. Therefore, the work that is happening today all over the world, which no other human being has done at his age in the last 12, 13, 14 years, is the proof and nothing else. And if you ask him, he says, I didn't do anything. God has done everything through me. I am an instrument. Therefore, you are very, very fortunate. As a kid like you, I studied in a school where nobody told us about God or goodness, good things. College was worse. Only towards the end of my college life, I got the opportunity to meet the great divine personality in Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, and who led me to Sathya Sai Baba. And Sathya Sai Baba has now led me to Sadguru. And I tell you, my dear children, boys and girls, I have found complete fulfillment in life. I am ready to go this moment, just waiting for the command. Thank you very much. Sai Ram to you.
This morning I had been to the hostel of the senior most students. I call them students not because they have not finished their education, they have finished, they have degrees, he's an engineer, so many other people are PhD holders and graduates and postgraduates, but they're still students because they're students of spirituality. They may not be the students of the university or the campuses or the college, but they are the students of spirituality, they are still learning. So I went to take my class there and I was explaining to them. And I think it was a very privileged class because to know God from the outside, from the point of view of a devotee. For example, when Valmiki wrote Ramayanam, he wrote it as a devotee of Rama. So the idea is that that is one type of, but if Rama himself was telling the story from his point of view, that would be at another level. That's why if you read Ramakatha Rasvahini, if you haven't read, you must read. Such a detailed account of Rama's heart and what was going on behind the scenes, because what people wrote about Ramayana or Rama was from the point of view of the outsiders. But what Swami wrote about Ramayana, Bhagavan wrote about Sri Rama in Ramakatha Rasvahini, it's very detailed. The pathos in the Ramayana, he brought it out so beautifully and so descriptively. You almost will shed tears when you read through those passages about Rama's plight and the difficulties and the plight of the Ayodhya people and what they went through while they separated from Rama, and what was Sita's plight when she was separated from Rama, and Rama's plight when he was separated from Sita is extremely, extremely heart-wrenching. Only somebody who has experienced that can write like this. You can't write about somebody else's experience through imagination. If you have gone through that process, only you will be able to write in such description. It can't be imagined. It has to be explained only through experience. So Ramakatha Rasvahini is like that. If you haven't read, please find time to read that. That gives you a beautiful account of Ramayana from Bhagavan's perspective, which is Rama's perspective, I would say. So I was explaining to them what is the Guru's perspective, what Sadguru means, what the Sadguru has to do, or what the Sadguru goes through in the process of teaching and transforming people. And that is what I was explaining to all of them. I think it was quite revealing to them. And I did not tell many things to them before because they were not ready. They are students, right? They are still learning. So when you reach a certain level, then the new knowledge is revealed to you. If you are not eligible, if you are not mature, if you have not done your homework, then you don't learn the next lesson. So they learnt a lot, I think, today, and it was a long session, almost 2 hours. I didn't realize the time. But I was telling them about one shloka from the Upanishad. I think I'll just speak about that how God is equal to selflessness. Bhagavan used to say, very simple equation, just contemplate on it and you will get it. He said, God plus desire is equal to man. Man minus desire is equal to God. You write it down on your notebook, right on top. Man minus desire is equal to God. Or left hand, you shift the equation. God plus desire is equal to man. When God also develops a desire, he becomes a human. And when man gives up all the desires, becomes divine. It is so simple. The smallest desire, howsoever good, noble, and glorious, also makes God a man. Avadarinchuta enutulo arthamemi janulapai preeti vatsalya paratatoda vari sthayiki daivambu digivachi jiva prajnato batuga daiva prajna is what Bhagavan describes himself, or an avatar in general, or a divine personality. He says, What is the secret of an avatar? What is the secret of a descent? It is simply this. Out of compassion, Vatsalya means motherly compassion for the people. What does the Divine One personality do? Comes to their level, and because he comes to their level, out of that one desire to soothe their pain, to alleviate their suffering, to teach them the truth and to uplift them, these are the desires with which the Divine Personality comes. Immediately the Jiva Prajna, the humanness, envelops him, engulfs him. And then he starts behaving like a human. Rama behaved, if you go to Ramakatha Rasavahini, as I said, you will cry with the story. He is lamenting for Mother Sita, cursing himself, cursing Lakshmana. He sometimes got angry with his own father, sometimes he got angry with his own mother. He went through a lot of emotions. When he lost Sita, he went through in the forest that she was abducted. So many emotions, very well described. So you will wonder, if Rama is the God who knows everything past, present and future, and we all worship Sri Rama today as the ultimate Parabrahma Swarupa, Paramatma Swarupa, then should Rama be crying like an ordinary husband who lost his wife? Most of the husbands will be smiling when they lose their wives. So extraordinary. Rama crying, lamenting. So you sometimes wonder, is this real God? Is it real one who cries for his lost wife? And as if he did not know. As if the golden deer was Maricha, as if he did not know. If he did not, then what God is, they'll think. But if he knew, then why did he go and do this and lose Sita and cry over it? So a lot of questions are there. Bhagavan answers in his own way. But the idea is that the Jiva Prajna, the humanness, envelops the divine consciousness like the suit of the flame envelops the flame itself. Then you can't see the light. So that is how Divine Personality. They cry with the crying, they laugh with the laughing. They rejoice with the joyful, and they become sad with the sad. They live like that. That is their life. But deep inside, they have great love and compassion. Vatsalya. Vatsalya is a much deeper word than Preeti. Vatsalya is a motherly feeling. Mother is, like after God, only mother can have that kind of compassion for the child who bears the child. Even father cannot come close to that compassion. So if you are in a human form, mother is the best example. That Vatsalyam is the bhavam with which God comes to become a human, limits himself in a human frame which has limitations of time, space, situations, conditions, and behaves like everyone, works like everyone, does things like everyone, goes through the same emotions as human beings go through for the sake of uplifting the mankind. That's all it is. How much compassion is that? That's why I was explaining yesterday. How many of you are ready to become a fish or a tortoise or a pig for the sake of saving the mankind? It is not glorious to become an animal, right? We evolved from animals and became humans. But God became Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narahari, whatever, Vamana, dwarf, anything that is needed for the sake of saving the world. So that is the personality of divine beings. They have their, in a way, a personality, they have their behavior, they have their own sometimes eccentricities, you can call that. But at the end, they are divine because they have the ultimate selfless, pure compassion and love for all beings. That is why he said, man minus desire is equal to God. If there is no desire, man becomes God. So today I was explaining to them a shloka from Kathopanishad, where the shloka says, many of you might know, it says, Satyameva jayate nanrutam. Truth alone triumphs, not the untruth. Satyena pantha vitato devayanaha. It is the path of truth is that which is tread by gods, and it leads you to the kingdom of God. It leads you to the kingdom of truth, Satyaloka. And who goes on that path? Yena akramanta rishayoha hi aptakamaha yat tat satyasya paramam nidhanam, it says. Which means, only the rishis walk this path. And who are these rishis? Who are done with all the desires. Hi aptakamaha. Aptakama means they have no desire. All their desires have been fulfilled. It means they have no desires left. Only such people can walk the path of truth, and they reach the ultimate destination where truth resides. It means Satyaloka. We have, Bhu Bhurvaha Mahajanaha Tapah Satyam. Satyaloka is the highest loka, they say, that is where the Brahman resides. So it is an understanding that this path of goodness is given only to desireless people. Even if there is one small desire, the desire to redeem the world, that also binds them, unfortunately. Then why does God come with a desire to redeem the humanity? Yesterday I mentioned, Krishna says, I come again and again in every age. Why? Sambhavam yuge yuge. Why do I come? Dharma samsthapanarthaya. For the sake of establishing dharma. Desire to establish dharma in God makes God man. Brahman, who had no desire, was Brahman. The moment he developed a desire to establish dharma, became Krishna. And Krishna had to go through his own life. His uncle tried to kill him. Then he sent so many demons after him. Somehow he escaped all of them. He left his dear and near ones, the Gopikas and the Gopalas, and became a kingmaker. Then he supported the Pandavas. Finally, he went through so many battles, so much of difficulty in life, was blamed for almost every tragedy in everybody's life was Krishna's reason. And then finally, as I said, if somebody abroad, they told me, why are you promoting Krishna and Bhagavad Gita? That's a text of war. That's warmongering. If today some big nation's president is creating wars, we are all cursing him. But that time Krishna created one of the biggest war in the world and people are worshipping him in India. That's the question they asked. So he was blamed for everything. And finally, what a death he died. His kith and kin killed themselves, butchered themselves literally. The whole Dwaraka went under sea. It means sea rose and flooded the entire Dwaraka. And when he's abandoned everything, he sent his wives, children with Arjuna, said, take them all to Hastinavati. Nothing is left. Nothing will be left of them here, take them away. And he went to the forest and was resting under a tree. And there was a hunter who shot an arrow. Imagine a Krishna who killed Putana, who killed Bakasura, he killed any number of asuras. Who wielded that Sudarshana Chakra, killed Shishupala. Name it, what has he not done? Lifted a Govardhana Giri. And designed and, actually conceived the entire Mahabharata war. It was his divine master plan. Somebody who was so capable, so powerful, so superhuman, died at the hands of a hunter who kills him with one single arrow, which is meant to kill animals. He dies alone in the forest with no one around him. Look at the tragedy of Sri Krishna's life. Now, from which angle does it look like a God's life, you tell me? Doesn't look like, isn't it? But why they are still gods is the question. Because despite all the tragedies, difficulties, challenges, obstacles, oppositions, ridicule, they still continue to remain selflessly compassionate towards mankind. That's the only thing that qualifies. Otherwise, you can debate on every of these gods' personalities. If Sri Rama was Vigravan Dharma, why did he abandon his wife, knowing very well his wife was pure? Why did he come under public pressure? What do you call media trial? He shouldn't. He says Dharma. He should have upheld. And if somebody talked something he killed with one arrow, he can kill so many demons. He could have finished them off as a king. He didn't do any of those things. Krishna, who did so many wonderful things, died at the hands of a hunter with one single arrow. Alone, without his kids, kith, kin, wives, children, 16,008 of them, wives. None of them were there by his side when he died. What a tragedy. Then why are they gods? Even Bhagavan, when he was very sick, people used to say, why he is not curing himself? He has cured so many people. People have come in with cancer, walked out with cancelled cancers. Why should he be in the wheelchair, pushed around like a doll? Why is he not taking charge of his own health? And this is how these people are, these divine personalities. They don't live for themselves. They do what is needed to be done. But that should not seed doubts in our minds. We must focus on their personality, which is compassion and pure selflessness, pure unconditional selflessness for all. That one quality is enough to call them God. Forget about all other things. Many people ask me, why do you believe in Bhagavan? I said, I don't know whether he's a God, miracle man. So many adjectives are there. But I know his love. I know his compassion. I know the unconditionality of his compassion. And that is enough for me. I don't know whether other things are valid or not. This one thing is good enough for me to believe that he's God and therefore I will follow him. I have no other reason. If other reasons, good and bad reasons might be there, I don't want to argue, I don't want to debate. For me, my experience is all that matters. And my experience of love is sufficient for me to convince me of his divinity. Everything else, 86, 96, I don't want to get into that debate at all. Because I have experienced something which my heart knows. That is the idea, that desirelessness, Rishiyo hi apta kamaha, that Rishi who becomes desireless walks the path of truth and attains the ultimate truth. So when you work in an organization also, there should not be any desire for oneself, at least to begin with. A desire to do good to the world is also a desire, it's a good desire. Somebody told me, oh, desire for moksha is also desire, isn't it? Then it will bind us. But all our scriptures are saying you should attain moksha, you should do good to the world. I said, yes. But like Ramakrishna Paramsa would say, if a thorn is stuck in your flesh, you need another thorn to remove this thorn. And then throw away both the thorns. So the thorn of personal desire, me, my family, my wealth, my name, my fame, is a first thorn. Is the first thorn which is stuck in the flesh and troubling you. Get the second thorn, which is, let me live a life for God. Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, everything for God's sake. Then take that other thorn, remove the previous thorn, throw away both the thorns, it says. Don't keep the other thorn with you. Many people having the other thorn right now, that is the problem. First thorn has been removed, the second thorn has got stuck. I don't live for the world, I live for God. That is the second thorn which is stuck now. Live for the sake of loving and serving. God, no God, you should still be loving and serving. I am here today, tomorrow if I am not there, still you should be living only to love and serve. Desirelessly. If you are not desireless, you can never become God. Even the slightest desire is like one drop of poison in the milk. It is still poison. May not be half the cup is not poison, but even a drop of one desire, I, me, mine, becomes poison and destroys it. That's what I was telling all the Tyagajivis this morning. So you have lived a life of so many ups and downs. You have seen, when it began with Narayan Bhatt to where it is now. So many things have happened, ups and downs, challenges, opportunities, all good and bad has happened. But at the end of your life, how should you be? Even the desire that this mission should grow and become this and become that should go away from your mind. It will grow. If people are selfless, people are generous, people are charitable, people are kind, mission will grow. Irrespective of you and me, it will grow. But if they are not, it will not. That is why in the beginning, when this mission started, Bhagavan told me only one thing. As long as you are selfless, nobody can stop this mission. This is 2012, where there was no mission only, there was only one hostel or school. Just one sentence. As long as you are selfless, nobody can stop this mission. I have stuck on to that very strongly. Selfless. Anytime a little thought of selfishness comes, I immediately uproot it. Selfless. Selfless is the reason for the growth of the mission. Selfless is the reason why everybody should. So today if you ask me, are you desirous of anything? Really, I am not desirous of anything. That is what I was explaining to them. So they all were a little confused. Till yesterday you told you had to build the mission, train the children, make them tyagas. I told, yes, that will all happen because they have their own life's path. They have their destinies to fulfill. I am only facilitating that as a teacher. The child has to study and graduate and pass and gain the knowledge for himself. I am not transplanting knowledge in his head. That is his own understanding experience that the child must develop. As a teacher, I can only facilitate the process. Nothing more than that. That's what I am trying to do. And that's exactly what I keep telling you. See, if you become selfless, which I told yesterday also, a missionary is 100% selfless. Missionary is divine. 1% of selfishness also is not selfless. So remove every kind of selfishness, develop faith in God. Because God is capable of taking care of us. He is much bigger than all of us. He is much compassionate than anybody whom we have met in our lives. So don't worry about yourself. Things will happen. As it is meant, it will happen. And I keep quoting Meera, a queen, loved Krishna so much that she gave up everything. They tried to poison her, kill her in so many ways, they couldn't. And then she writes, करना फकीरी तो क्या दिलगिरी सदा मगन में रहना जी कोई दिन हाथी तो कोई दिन घोड़ा कोई दिन पैदल चलना जी. When you become a fakir, when you become a desireless mendicant, not the queen anymore, not even the bhakta of Krishna, you are just a desireless, selfless, free mendicant, then where is the worry? Bhagavan used to say, fakir has no fikr, he used to say. They have no worries. Why? Because there is no desire. Desire creates worries. No desire, so no worry. So what do we do? Sada magan mein rehna ji. Be happy always. But how can we be happy? Is there a condition attached to it that you can be happy this way and not that way? Today only if masala dosa is there, you are happy. Tomorrow upma appears, you are unhappy. Nothing. What does she say? Koi din hathi, one day I'll ride an elephant, somebody will call me, put me on an elephant and take me in a procession. So good. One day a horse maybe. One day I'll walk on my own 2 feet. Whatever be the situation, Sada Magan mein rehna ji, I'm happy. Why? I have no desire. The desire to only ride an elephant or a minimum horse will always make you miserable. Koi din ladu to koi din something and koi din fakam faka ji. Means someday you eat laddu, good things, someday you eat some nice things, and someday there is nothing to eat. Still you are happy. That is desirelessness. So when I tell God will look after you, don't put a condition. Yes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all these conditions should be fulfilled. That is when I will consider God is looking after me. He has given me enough money to survive. I have a big house, enough family, position, power, security. Now God is looking after me. No, even if I have cancer in my body, God is looking after me. Why? It is His wish. What is my wish in this? What is my desire in this? As He wishes, let it be. That is why when Sri Ramakrishna suffered with cancer, imagine the level of surrender these people have. He was under tremendous pain, and that time there were no cures for such diseases. And he became just a skeleton, just bone and skin, that's it. No flesh, nothing. And I have seen those pictures, it's really horrible. And his disciples went and told, please go and pray to Mother Kali, she speaks to you. Request her to cure you of your cancer so that you can at least eat something. Look at what you have done, what your body has become. He said, no, I am not desired to ask Mother Kali for anything. Whatever is the fate, it's fine. But they, bothered him, and finally, out of that pestering, he prayed to Mother Kali. And she came. She asked, what happened? Why did you disturb me? He said, I'm not able to eat anything. My disciples are worried. So they told me to pray to you so that I can eat something, because he had throat cancer. And Mother Kali said, what kind of ask is this? I eat through so many mouths. If I don't eat through one of your mouths, what am I losing? Why are you even asking? She says and walks away. Then when his disciples come, he chides everybody, saying, see, you unnecessarily put me in a difficult spot. I never wanted to ask Mother for any cure. But you made me ask, and this is what said. She said, I eat through so many mouths. If I don't eat through your one mouth, what is that I am losing? See, that a level of desirelessness. Nisargadatta Maharaj, he got cancer. Somebody came and said, how come you are a Brahmagyani? You also get cancer, as if Brahmagyanis are not supposed to get cancers. He said, who got cancer? I am the cancer, he says. I am the cancer also. The cancer cells are also me, the same Brahman, as the normal cells are. I am not different from the disease. I am the disease also. Look at the clarity. Ramana Maharshi had bone cancer. All these great Atmagyanis are there. Then you'll think, oh, what kind of gods are they? They can't save themselves, they can't cure themselves, they can't even pray to God to help them. What kind of Gyanis? Why should we follow them? Don't follow them because they could not cure their cancers. Don't follow them because they did not have a healthy body. Don't follow them because they didn't survive for too long. Follow them because even in that situation, they are selfless and they didn't ask God for anything. Follow them for that selflessness and desirelessness. That is the true divine quality of these beings. So while you will see, I insist, everybody should grow well, study well, get good marks. If you don't get good marks also, not in Paravidya. Aparavidya also, if you don't get, I will get upset. Paravidya also you should understand. Service also you should understand. Spirituality you should understand. Behavior, discipline, everything I expect. But not out of any desire. It is what you should be doing any which ways. It is what your dharma is. Swadharma is, you do your swadharma. There is no desire in swadharma. Swadharma is your natural born tendencies, you follow that. God has given you a purpose, follow that. There is no desire in that purpose. Even the desire that I want to follow the purpose will make it difficult. Just flow, just flow. That is instrumentation. Nimitta matram, just flow. I am flowing itself is a wrong idea. Flow. It doesn't come easily. I know it's a little subtle idea, good for Tyagajivis, may not be for the children. But all I can tell you children is that even if you are studying, don't study for the sake of I should get more marks than the next person, I should be the topper of the class, everybody should know that I am the most intelligent, brilliant, or even the other idea that if I get first mark, I'll make Swami happy. No, I'll be happy. Anybody gets a first mark, I'll be happy. I have no partiality that this boy only should get or that girl only. Any child gets first mark is my child, I'll be happy. Everybody got first class, this is what he was telling me, 10th and 12th class. Imagine 5 years ago, everybody questioned, you're changing you to NIOS, that's English medium, half of them are Kannada medium, they will not survive this, that, so many questions were asked. But I told, see, this is what I am divinely inspired to do. I won't listen to the unsolicited advice from all of you, including his. I told, I will go on doing what is there. You want to participate, do. Otherwise also I have to do what I've got to do. Today kids are speaking such good English. And I'm not saying English is something that makes you superior. No, but it is the world language. It is the reality. It is the fact of the matter. And we are a world organization. Tomorrow you have to talk to somebody around the world about Indian spirituality. Swami Vivekananda could talk about India's spirituality because he knew English. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa could not have done that job. Likewise, you children need to know a language that helps you to speak to the world. For that sake, you should know. There is no other reason. So the idea is that whatever you do it desirelessly. I must sing, then Swami should look at me and then give me a big smile. Ah, what a fulfillment. Yes, initial days I will do all this because every little child needs a little encouragement. Everybody needs a little encouragement on the divine path, devotion path. But end should not be the same. Till the end I should be only smiling at you. I cannot. Someday I will not look at you. Someday I will not smile at you. Yet you continue to do what you have got to do. That is desirelessness. Don't do it for anybody's sake. Do it for the sake of doing. That is desirelessness. That idea you must all develop. So tomorrow you are going for sports meet. You have a lot of things. I know some of you are still, probably struggling with a few steps or a few stunts or a few areas. Don't worry about it. Just flow is what I'm saying. What he told that surfer, do it for God's sake, right? Yes. Yeah. 6 times you have been a champion. Every time you did it for your sake. For once you do it for God's sake. And look at the magic that happened. And after that, every time you did it for God's sake. So now also you're do it for, I'm not even saying God's sake, do it for the doing sake. Put up your best because that is what you're supposed to do. And if you put up your best, I'll be happy only. Even if that your best is not the next person's best, doesn't matter. You have given your everything to it, you have won God's heart. Nothing more than that is required. But you should have done everything in your capacity without leaving any stones unturned. That idea is Swadharma. To give it your all, not withhold something or not do it with all your heart. You have exams to write these MBBS. Write your exam with all your heart. Not for ranks, not for some kind of self-aggrandizement, not for getting praise. But just for the sake of doing what you're supposed to do. And things will flow, things will happen. You'll always achieve more than your might when God is by your side. It's like when we were traveling in a plane, they said, there are, headwinds are there, so we will get late. 1 hour journey will become 1 hour, 1.5 hours because of the opposite winds. When we are returning, they said we are, reach faster within 45 minutes because we have tailwinds now. God is that tailwind, which pushes you faster than your capacity. Your capacity is 1 hour. God behind you, His wind in our sails, His tailwinds will make the journey happen in 45 minutes. You yourself will be surprised. That's why when people say, how is all this possible? India, at least, people have somehow digested it. Abroad, people cannot understand how it is free and how it is running. And how it is running for so long and growing and growing. What can I tell? If I tell them God is doing everything, they don't believe. But I know it. There is something bigger. Just I was telling the other day, one place I was there, I told, Bhagavan was there, I told, so what is your plan? He said, your plan is my plan. I said, I have no plan. He said, then I also have no plan. I said, what's going on? Something should be there. He's planning, he said. Up, he showed like that. Their plan is coming from there. It's not coming from me, it's not coming from you, it's coming from elsewhere. It's a very subtle thing. That plan is what we are here to follow. Not your plan, my plan. Idea is that I am able to instrument that divine will, therefore people put me on pedestal. That's why there are some amazing things happening. That instrumentation is happening only because of selflessness. There is no personal desire in it. Of course, there is a little desire that I must be able to do that divine will. But even that is a binding desire, is what it is. You should just flow. You should just flow. And what is the idea of how do you check whether you are selfless or not? If you can give up what you have earned, what you have secured, what you have achieved, just in a drop of a hat, you just drop it like that and have no attachment, only then you are selfless. If you can't drop it the way you have picked it, you are not selfless at all. Every day I check myself. Tomorrow if I have to drop all these things, will I cry? So many children, so many institutions, so many. No. If it is to be gone, gone. Who will run this? God will run. God will send people to run this place. That's the clarity that with which one divine personality lives. And that is what I was explaining to all those people. I don't know how much went into your heads, but at least this much should go, that you should live a selfless life. That's good enough. Every moment if you think selflessly, you are inching towards your own divinity. And the day you are fully selfless, you are divine in whichever way you are. No wings will grow, you will not float on water, nothing will happen of that nature. But the freedom that you will enjoy, that freedom of not being bound by anything, nobody can rule over you. That freedom is ultimate. That freedom comes to the selfless people. Man minus desire is equal to God. Stick to this idea and try to be as selfless as possible in everything you do. Sometimes there will be selfishness, but be at least aware, conscious of their selfishness and try to work on it. And how do you develop that selflessness? Faith in God. Faith in God is the only way you can be selfless. There is no other way. If you completely believe in God, in the higher power, you can be selfless. If you don't believe in it, that's when you are selfish. So believe in that higher power. That is what it's saying. The biggest education you are getting here is this God education, this spiritual education, which no institution can accord you. This is the place where this is being practiced, lived every day. What more do we want? That is the biggest strength of these institutions. What will you achieve academically? Others can achieve more than you somewhere. But what you can achieve spiritually, nobody can match that. That is the special gain of these institutions. Never forget that. Do your very best, but not for any desire. Do it for the sake of doing. You have got an opportunity to do something as a student, that is your dharma, give it your very best shot. And leave it at that. That is karmanyavadikaraste. That is the ultimate philosophy. Just leave it without any desire. God will be happy, I will be happy, everybody will be happy with that performance. Okay? So go rest well, and then I'll see you in the morning tomorrow. I think it's 9 o'clock. And of all the things, I love March Past, by the way. Even Bhagwan loved March Past. Because somehow he was to feel proud that children are like soldiers, marching in the mission. Some kind of idea. I also feel very emotional about March Past when I see all the kids marching. So do your very best in the March Past. That is the first thing you should do. And make sure that if somebody is going this way, that way, try to help them to set right. Some people are there. Left becomes right, right becomes left. Then they hit each other. This fellow is hitting that fellow back. I see all that from the stage. Then some people forget to march only. They come near the stage, they look at me, they forget they have to move. The whole squad starts getting, I've seen all these things because the first one is so enamored. He looks at the stage and keeps looking, is Swami smiling at me or not? Till I smile, that fellow is not moving. The whole march past is stuck behind. So please stay away from all these ideas. You do your job. You are not here to impress anybody, even including me. You just do your job, everybody will be impressed and happy. So you are supposed to march. Yes, you have to look towards the stage, towards me, look, but immediately continue to march. Otherwise, it will all become bad. Help each other to do your part well. And if collectively you do well only, I will be happy. Individual excellence, individual achievements, they don't impress me at all. Collective achievements only impress me. If as a collective you have done well, whole class has performed well, I will be very happy. Whole class has achieved good ranks, I will be very happy. A few people doing very well, the rest not doing, not going to make me happy. Because for a mother, all children are important. Remember, God's love is that of mother's love. For mother who gave birth to every child through the same process, 9 months in the womb. She wants every child to do well. One child doing very well, other child not doing well is not going to make the mother happy. Like that for me, everybody is important, all should do well. Whoever comes first is my child only, it doesn't matter to me. So you also don't develop this narrow-mindedness in your own education and growth. Be selfless, and man minus is equal to, if you want to be God, give up desires, all kinds of desires. Just do for doing sake. You will be God, not in some distant future. Here and now you will be God. Yeah, that's what the Upanishad says. He said, the one who has given up all the desires, now and here, he becomes God. No delay. No delay. So be like that. With these words, I'll conclude.
सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे गुरवे मधुसूदनाय
सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय सर्वलोकहितरताय सर्वमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय सत्यसायिनः प्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय नित्यशुद्धनिर्मलाय नित्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्यमङ्गलम् सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम् ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक पतिमहेश्वर ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना शेखरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रितकल्पलतिका आश्रितकल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धव ॐ जय जगदीश हरे मातपिता गुरुदैवमु मर्यन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयु नीवे नादब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नादब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकाररूप ओजस्वी साई महादेव सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगलहारति अंदुको मंगलहारति अंदुको मंदरगिरिधारी ॐ जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय। जय